Good morning, everyone, and on today's episode of Pinchial's Garage with motorcycles, we're going to be working on my 2022 Interceptor 650, and today's job is to service the rear chain. It's definitely due for some service, so let's get to work. This bike has over 10,000 miles on it. I'll show you guys here. Oh, actually 11,442 miles on this bike. And I just put another 10 miles on it just recently. I'm the original owner. I bought this with 0 miles, ridden the shit out of it. And this is definitely due for some service on the chain. The chain is kind of sticking because eventually once the oil that you use or the lube that you use will bind up when it gets dirty and everything. So when you stop and you go, you hear a clunk sometimes because the chain is binding a little bit. It just needs cleaning. I am going to get a new rear and front gear and a new chain. And we're actually going to get new plugs, cables, gaskets, and all the other stuff to service this bike. That's going to be kind of like my 10,000 plus mile service. But I want to show you guys what we need to do. First, you got to put it on its stand. Make sure the rear tire is off the ground. It's out of gear, so it's in neutral, so you can turn it forward or back. We want to do that as we clean. Next step is you want to put a towel, a long towel all the way across, so that way we don't get all the dirt and grime on your clean floor. So you can go about this quite a few different ways. I have the chain cleaner here. I got this from Multool with the chain cleaning kit. You can hold this here and then rotate the tire manually and just clean it and scrub until all the debris is off. It is more time consuming to do that by hand. You can go another way. You can turn the bike on and put it in first gear and let it go, and then you can just let it go here. But now there's the dangerous part. Obviously the bike is running and it's rotating, so you don't want to keep your hands really close to it. You just want to kind of keep it at a distance here, and as it's turning, you're going to scrub. I like this method because it saves me a lot of time and I get the chain on rotation constantly. So every little bit that I miss, I end up getting it on the second way around, third, fourth, fifth, and I get a really good cleaning. It's really a matter up to you guys and your comfort level. Sometimes you can just turn it and do it like this and then rotate and clean. The chemicals that I'm using to clean today, I have two. There's a chain cleaner and a chain lube. My cleaner is this guy right here from Maxima, Racing Oils. This is my cleaner. I had the Multool one, but it ran out. And then I use this for lubrication. The Multool MC Care C2. I use this. I've been using this forever. This one can lasted me pretty much my 11,000 miles on this bike. The cleaner though did not. Just heads up. So cleaner, you might end up buying more cans of cleaner than you will lube, but it's okay. This stuff is cheap and it's super useful. So I'm going to walk you through the manual way. So what I do first is that I will soak it. This is okay manually because you want to get your chain really soaked in this cleaner, and you just want to turn that chain constantly until you get it all the way around one time. And depending on how you feel, you want to go crazy and go a second time, go for it. And then now you're just going to scrub. You want that chain on the outside and the inside cleaned. Okay? Now inside it might be a little harder, so you want to use this guy for the middle. But this guy is really good for the outside of your chain on both sides, obviously. Again, keep going. You can do that route. Now I'm going to show you guys the faster way. All right, so put your bike on. It's going to get loud, so turn the volume down if you would like. Get your bike on. Put it in first gear. It's going to spin fast. Got it? And then pretty much I grab it at an angle. Pretty much hold it there. You'll see what happens. It's going to pull my hand up. Then you want to kind of use this guy in the middle. Try to keep rotating it. If you want to clean inside of here, if you want to, just hold it down. Just be careful, guys. Then you want to start kind of putting the chain down here below, and then kind of want to start doing it again. Turn off your bike and then inspect, and you'll notice this is why we put a rag down here. It's covered in cleaner, right? And then you can go again and then give it a nice little, oh, it's in gear, so and then just keep going at it until you are satisfied with how you think it might be really clean, until you get another rag. And we're going to clean it off. And you'll see how dirty your bike chain is. And this is going to get really clean and then dirty, and then clean and then dirty. You got to do this over and over until it stops getting dirty on you. I like to clean the gear over here if I can. Then you want to get the top and the bottom of the chain. You don't want to just get just the outer portion of this chain. You want to get as much as you can, top and bottom, because it goes into a chamber and it dumps a bunch of the cleaner in there too. So what's going to happen is it's going to come out clean, and it's going to go back in and come out again, and it's going to be dirty. So we want to get rid of as much of that grime as we can, because this is what happens when you don't clean your chain very often, like I did. Now I prefer lubing up my, cleaning and lubing my chain every oil change. That's kind of the habit I've had ritually. You know, my little ritual every oil change. It's not a lot of work. You know, it is annoying work, but it's not a lot of work. So usually when I start the drain of the oil, I start doing the cleaner on the bike. Let that sit for a couple minutes. And then you want to get down here with your spikes on your gear and get that cleaned out. Because we're going to put all fresh lube on this. I'm probably going to tighten the chain a little bit too. Seems a little loose. Now, once you see the difference in the color of the chain, okay, and it stops changing color when it goes down and back around, right? Now you have another option before you start lubing this up. Give it a once more over, see if there's any more grime, because this is what I got off of it. Okay, this was a nice clean microfiber cloth and it's now not. If you feel like it needs a little bit more cleaning, it's not gonna hurt. Do it. It's not gonna hurt you or the bike. Just do it. The worst that can happen is that you have a really clean chain. So I recommend one more cleaning before we do the lube. So now you guys can see that I gave it another scraping. I'm gonna get a new rag just to show you how much more crap is coming off this chain. Okay, clean-ish rag, but it's not super dirty. But I'm doing it again. I'm gonna show you guys, I gave it another cleaning just to show you guys how dirty these chains get if they're not maintained often. And what happens with the dirt, it gets stuck inside the O-rings inside here and gets the chain stuck. So they like to click and make noise when you're riding. And it's a noise that gets really loud when you're just cruising around, see? So, clean, clean, clean. Cleaning the gear. Just cleaning everything I already cleaned. All right. All right, same rag, new rag, and you'll notice how much more grime there was on this. Now that the chain is now lubed up, we're going to turn the bike back on and we're going to let it run in first gear, and at that time this is when we start dumping the lube. and letting it do its thing really slowly, so we don't pour a ton of lube onto here. We just pour it on there until it gets nice and lubricated. Lube going. Now I just sprayed it. You notice I didn't pour it on there because you can do that and pour it on. It's not going to hurt your bike or your chain if you put too much lube on it. Just FYI, it's a good thing. We're going to let that cycle through. Put this bad boy on neutral. So we're going to have to fix the alignment on the rear tire right now, and we're going to tighten up the chain a little bit. It's a little on the loose end, but this is the best time right now while you're working on your chain to start doing some service. As always, when you look at it, you'll notice the tire is kind of wobbling left and right. It's not 100% centered. So what we need to do is break loose the tensioner here, and then get that bad boy more centered, and then we'll go give it a ride. But sounds, I mean, for an 11,000 mile bike, and I own it in 2022, and I drive it, I ride it a lot, and we rented this bike a lot on RiderShare. It rides amazing. I'm gonna get new shocks for it. It's definitely due for new shocks, and then probably revalve the front end with stiffer forks. That's pretty much it. Just new shocks, front and rear, new tires eventually. We're almost done with these tires. I'm going to do some more fun aesthetic stuff with this bike too soon. Well, if you enjoyed that, thanks for watching. All right, I appreciate it. Thanks for watching Pinche Al's Garage with motorcycles on this new channel with my 2022 Interceptor 650. Love this bike. Peace out, everyone. Have a wonderful day.